Coming up on this episode of Snale Racing. I keep using these gloves.
I've never had a black widow viciously attack me, but I have had females viciously attack me.
Yep, that's how we get things done around here. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? I know you haven't seen us in a while, but we're still here. The Fair Lady isn't though. We took the Fair Lady to get some carpet redone on the inside. So while that car is out of the garage, we've got room in here to do some other things. So we're gonna hang out and off in the garage today. Today we're gonna be doing some stuff to Danny. I don't know what yet. Knob hasn't told me what I'm gonna be doing today, but I just do whatever he tells me. So without any further ado, let's find out from Knob what actually I am doing today.
I think what we're gonna do is continue working on the e-locker drill tap weld stuff. So I've been waiting, looking around, waiting for an IFS rear axle for this truck to match the IFS front hubs. That guy finally showed up. And what we're gonna do is I'll just show you real quick how we're gonna modify this for an electric locker. You can do this however you like, and maybe the easiest thing to do is buy a gasket template. This is one that we just printed and scaled off the computer. If you know anything about the electric locker, you've got to add this little slot there. So you can see what we're gonna do is I'm basically gonna pull those 3 studs out that are right there, and then I will cut this slot in and show you how to retap and get this ready for the e-locker. These will just come out. We'll do what's called a double nut. I'm going to reuse a couple of these, otherwise you could just use a nut extractor and pull them out that way. So stack the nuts like this. You should put the ratchet on there. Okay, so basically this is what we do with the template. You can just line it up with those other studs, and we're more or less just trying to make this slot right here. I'll mark that with a marker, and then we'll cut it out, and then we will fit the locker into there. We do have to add the 4 new stud holes, one there, and these other 2. So we'll just do it like this. And that's just a rough. And these studs, we have to add material in this vicinity right here. So, because the stud kind of hits right on the edge of that deal there, so. So here's the locker I'm going to use as a template. What we're going to do here is we're just going to drop the carrier out. That gets a little bit of weight off, gets it out of our way so we can get this in here. This is what happens when you buy a part sight unseen. Yeah. I don't know what the we're doing living in these places, but move from there. Go. All right, let's see if it fits. Damn. First try, nothing wrong with that. So I'm just going to polish out the inside of this hole and make sure this is all nice and I don't gaff myself on it. I already opened these little up a little bit because your ring gear ends up hitting on that. And if you go with a different size, it becomes kind of a pain in the ass, so we'll see that. I'm going to polish these out right here so I can get some bead weld in that area and put that as a hole in there. Do that real quick. You can see I punched these holes that are available right here. You're going to have to come through and put in a little weld bead right here, get it all flat so I can get the hole to punch, because I think the hole actually hits more right on the edge of the deal here. So you have to build this up and put the hole kind of right on the edge. So I don't have my weld hood. I'm going to deal with that tomorrow or the next day.
So I think we got it figured out. Knob's gonna be over here working on this stuff. And I'm gonna be over here on Danny. I'm going to pull the axles out and pull the diff out. And that's what we're doing today. And what else? I mean, that's not gonna take long. That's gonna take like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna take these off here. Let me see what's going on. I got 14s in the front. I felt like for a second I was talking about wheel size. I got 14s in the front, man. I'm gonna make a low rider out of Danny Bonaducci. Yeah, so anyway, there's a 8 in the front here that I got to take off that are 14s. And then the knuckle's gonna come off and it's got 17s on it. 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. And then there's 8 more 10s on the back that I got to take off. And like Knob said, I won't be using the impact on the 10s. Probably a bad idea.
Weld sock.
So there were 8 bolts in the front that had there were 14s. I pulled this. Totally thought I was recording. I was not. Anyway, now I'm taking off the knuckle, which are 17s on the top, 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and then there are 10mm bolts on the back side. So that's what I'm doing right now. Still, and I've been doing it all along. Which, by the way, I'm going to show you something. See this? When you're left-handed and you're trying to use this thing, every single time I do this, I flip it into forward when I'm trying to reverse because the switch is right here. If you're left-handed, you feel my pain. Nothing is built for us. Nothing! This is so gross. Seriously, there's so much crap on here, the freaking wrench doesn't even fit.
Yeah, it's your Toyota knuckle stuff.
Gross.
Asshole!
How's it going over here?
Well, I can't weld without burning or flashing myself, so but it's going the way we need to be going. Basically, this showed up, so you can see where that punch is so close to the edge right there. And that's why we have to build this up so I have a nice nice core to put that stud in. And this other one, I just can't, I appeared to have welded over it, but the same thing goes on there. I'll just file that down and repunch it and tap it right there the way it's supposed to be tapped. So fun stuff.
So far, every one of these bolts on the bottom has gotten stuck in the socket because it's got so much grease on it. See what I mean? Woo! That one ready for that. Man, look at that. Yummy. Good stuff. Yeah.
That's fine.
Right. Oh, that's nice. Look at all this.
Yeah. Just draw. No, I mean, it's probably only 40 years old.
All right, seriously, why isn't this knuckle coming off? What else do I need to do?
You have to take those arms all the way off. Here.
Here. Show me what you're talking about.
See the cone washers right here?
Uh-huh.
Just clamp it down in there. Those are what hold it on. They're only on the tops here. And these, like, I don't know, they've either been out recently or something, but normally they never fall out like that. Bottom one doesn't have cones, so you don't have to worry about that there. Go ahead and pry that off now.
Can we take this bearing out? No, it looks pretty good. It's a Koyo, man, built to last.
There's a flat on those.
Yeah.
So turn it to the flat, and we'll have to pass on the top and bottom. You gotta do it done by it.
I know, but I can't see anything but grease.
Pull on it as you're...
I'm trying. It's very slippery. Oh,
You're feeling small. Stop.
okay.
Come back. Right there. Wiggle it up and down.
Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, there's a flap there.
Yep.
Look at that.
It says birfield on it. Believe that?
It says what?
It says birfield. Look at that. Dude, my fucking
Should I keep using these gloves? So, hey, that's everything I gotta do over here. On to the other side. All right, so supposedly this side is going to be exactly like the other side. Not supposedly. It really is gonna be exactly like the other side, so. Actually, it's not gonna be just like the other side because it's way less greasy. I'm leaving one in this time. That shit was nasty last time. I was wrong. This side is as gross as that side. Yeah.
And really the unfortunate thing, Toyota service calls for you to fill that knuckle with grease. It's gross. So we're not doing it like that.
Okay, good. Since the bolts keep getting stuck in there, I'm just doing 2 at a time. They fit. These little washers keep falling out from everywhere. Ta-da! I got all the junk out of there.
No, the CVs are different from left to right too. That one comes out at 3 to 9
What?
3 to 9
I feel a flat spot. Don't lie to me. Hey, look at that. So now I gotta take the diff out, and I think there's a bunch of spiders under there. I don't want to go under there. So instead of working on it over here, I'm just gonna sit right here and lean it into it. Because that's all I need is a black widow falling on my head.
They're more afraid of you than...
They're more afraid of me. No, I'm pretty sure they're not more afraid of me.
Well, you know what? I've never had a black widow viciously attack me, but I have had females viciously attack me. Just saying. Just saying.
Okay, so I was totally bitching about being left-handed, but look what I just discovered. This thing has it written on both sides, and I can pop the controller out and move it to the other side. So holy cow, this is a Chicago pneumatic, and this is my new favorite tool.
Thanks, Red.
Is that from Red? Yeah. Aw, thanks, Red. Holy shit. I might need some air on this one. I'm a wimp. Hey, we grab this. This is the last one, and I'm at the wrong angle. Just grab that one and pull. It's the last one. Yeah, thanks. Whew. All right. Now what? Just beat the mother.
No, yeah, you should just do it. Just in there only with the paper gaskets.
You should just come right off. I see it moving. I'm putting my whole body weight behind it.
Stand here. Turn this spot real quick.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, I got my shit all done. Now what's taking you so long?
That axle housing's not anywhere near clean yet.
What a surprise. I'm not done.
I never said drilling tappy was my strong forte.
Hey, you haven't broken anything yet?
Yet. Keyword being yet.
I don't really feel like cleaning that housing, so I found something else to do. I'm gonna do some bench work. So, what have I got? I got some diffs down here, and there's some carrier over there, and I'm gonna go build some shit. Okay. Would you say this is called a V6? I got a V6 diff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be pressing the bearings off of both of these. I'm gonna take this one apart and this one apart, and I'm gonna put this carrier in this housing with those bearings and that ring gear.
Basically, we're swapping the spool for an open.
Basically, we're swapping the spool for an open.
Okay, we got this housing basically all modded up, so we'll show you that here real quick. And just for the record, if you didn't notice, this didn't have to be modified internally here. Another internet legend that just fell in, so no issues there. I did size it just like that, and it was fine. We will help us get that diff back together. Here is the E-locker that we're going to have to re-gear for this housing. So we're just going to keep the stock 430s that came in the automatic, because these other diffs that I have were also a 430. So it makes it a little bit easier and a little bit cheaper.
Whew, still going at it. I got this one all apart. Well, not all the way apart. I still got to take the gear off, so that's what. Now let's take the gear off, but those bearings came off pretty easy. That thing is kind of garbage, so. God. My hair looks terrible.
Terrible.
I took this whole thing apart. Yeah. But now I gotta take that one apart. But first, I'm gonna put this whole carrier back together again. Just without the ring gear, right?
Yep. Just without the ring gear. 410 to 430 swap.
Booyah! What else we got? That it?
That's it. You have preload, so these are, you have to tap those out of there or turn them.
Like you said, what?
I'm saying though, like.
You got a tool for the job.
set these up, you need to turn them down really tight.
Oh, that did it. Sweet. All right, now go get these bearings off.
Yep, we need the ring gear too.
But be careful with these bearings because we're going to reuse them, right? So it doesn't look like we're going to be using those bearings after all. We got them off there. Well, we've only gotten one of them off so far. They actually looked a little worn. One of them just fell apart completely. Okay.
I don't think that started to hit a hole.
No. You did not hit a hole. Oh. Come on, you can do it. You're so close. There we go. It's a little crooked. Cool. This is what always happens, right? I have one thing left to do before we can call it a day. All I have to do is put this carrier back together again with the other ring gear on it. But naturally, it don't want to go together.
Do we actually have an image? So you get one to start.
We're almost done though, which is good because I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. So he tells me this is the way he normally does it. He puts all the bolts in just to get the ring gear to seat. Then he takes them all out so that he can put on the Loctite. You got everything done you wanted to do though?
I believe so for the most part. I've got axle housing, drill tap cleaned up.
Yeah, I got everything done I wanted to do. I got the axles pulled out, I got the diff pulled out, and now it's being traded out. But there is still so much more to be done. There is way too much empty space in this truck. Anyway, let's finish this diff job up so we can go eat. Yeah, that's way better than that crappy Loctite I had to use back in the day.
I mean, you can still get the other shit, but I mean, why?
Should I zip them with the wheel now?
Yeah, you can zip them down. We want to actually torque them at some point. So.
Well, if we're gonna torque them, then I'm not gonna zip them. I'm almost done getting them down anyway. Hear that? We're torquing. Not twerking. Torquing.
We need to
Actually, hey Knob, why don't you twerk for us?
That work?
What are you twerking them to?
Let me take my device and torque them to 70 pounds. 72, I think, is the call, or 75.
Well, that's it. We're done hanging out in the garage. I think we got everything wrapped up that we needed to.
Time for lunch? Dinner time?
I don't even know what time it is.
Sometime.
It's sometime.
Beer 30.
We're always working around here.
Yeah. It's always work time.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us today. I don't think you learned anything except, oh yeah, axles are full of grease.
Yeah. Birfield jobs suck.
And
Carrier bearing removal is a pain in the dick hole.
and Knob's a great twerker.
I know I'm pretty twerker.
All right, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Twerk.
That wraps up another episode of Snale Racing.
Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe.